And here come our entries for our first heat of the afternoon. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, Real Patrol, owned by Jason and Ashley Patterson, being driven today by Miss Andrea Westerfield. With the number 2 saddle pad is Google Me, owned by the Shadow Play Racing and GL Stables, and being driven this afternoon by Miss Amanda Martin. Candace Martins. Amanda's up here with one leg out. And on the outside, sporting the number 3 saddle pad, It's All About Me, out of the Graceland Stables, and being driven today by Mr. Casey Truin. This is for the 104 and 2 and faster division time bar. Starcar has beautifully collected all 3 of our ponies for this first heat of the afternoon. 3 ponies up and 3 ponies out. Let's talk them out as they come out of the first turn. And the Real Pony, Real Patrol, with Andrea Westerfield in the bike, gets out in front to set the pace, being pushed on now by Real Patrol with Google Me, filling in the gap and pushing the whole field into paddock turn. And down the backstretch they go, Real Patrol with Google Me, and It's All About Me, all lined up, Indian file, 1, 2, and 3, running as they started, as they head around the Hangamai turn. Coming out of the Simsfield turn. Still in order. Real Patrol leading the pack with Google Me in between. It's All About Me, pushing the whole field. Around paddock turn and down the backstretch they go for the final time in this heat. It's still Real Patrol. Google Me now making way on the outside. It's All About Me, still trailing the field. Out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch they come. It's Real Patrol with It's All About Me, stealing away from Google Me at the line. These are our entries for heat number 2 of the afternoon. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, is Major Medical, out of the Hingham High Stables, being driven this afternoon by the rookie Mr. Tazai Flood. With the number 2 saddle pad, A Touch of Red, owned by Mr. Arnold Manders, and being driven this afternoon by Mr. Ryan Manders. With the number 3 saddle pad, Spirit of Brona, owned by Mr. Keith Woodley, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Damian Tucker. And on the outside, pulling the number 4 saddle pad, Cool the Fire, out of the Hingham High Stables, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Dorico Clark. This is for the 107 and 2 to 110 and 4 for Major Medical and A Touch of Red and Spirit of Brona, and Cool the Fire filling in the number 4 hole in the 111 and slower division time bar. Car has now collected all 4 of our entries for this heat number 2 of the afternoon. 4 ponies up and 4 ponies out. We'll sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And the Real Pony, Major Medical, picking them up and putting them down. He's being chased down by A Touch of Red, Spirit of Brona, back about a half a length, 1 full length, chasing those front runners along. And as we expected, is Cool the Fire, trailing the field. Around paddock turn and down the backstretch they go. Major Medical, the pace setter, out in front by a quarter mark now, over A Touch of Red, back another length and a quarter to Spirit of Brona. Cool the Fire out of the mix, off by 10. As they come out of the Simsfield turn, the young rookie Tazai Flood with Major Medical still rocking and rolling out in front of A Touch of Red. Spirit of Brona losing a bit more ground to those front runners, off by 2 now as they head into paddock turn. Cool the Fire doing his best. Down the backstretch, the front runners blaze. So the final time of this heat, it's still Major Medical out in front of A Touch of Red, maintaining that quarter mark now. The Spirit of Brona trying to close the distance back down, still off by 2 as they come out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch. From wire to wire, the rookies here on fire. It's the Tazai Flood with Major Medical, A Touch of Red, Spirit of Brona, and here comes Cool the Fire to close out the field. These are our entries coming at us now for heat number 3 of the afternoon. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, This Baby Rocks, out of the Tanglewood Stables, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Christian Truitt. With the number 2 saddle pad, it's Big Mean Machine, out of the Inwood Stables, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Casey Truitt. And on the outside, sporting the number 3 saddle pad, War Machine. War Machine out of the Random Stables, and being driven this afternoon by Mr. Kaiwan Waldron. This is for the 104 and 3 to 106 division time bar. Our car has now collected our 3 entries for this heat number 3 of the afternoon. 3 ponies up and 3 ponies out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And the rail pony, this baby rocks, picking him up and putting him down. He's being pushed along now. Big Mean Machine right there in the mix with War Machine trailing the field as they head across us here. Into paddock turn and down the backstretch they go. 1, 2, and 3 running as they started. Is this baby rocks out in front, setting the pace up over Big Mean Machine. War Machine still sitting in wait off by a half as they come out of the Simsfield turn. Our youngsters turning it up down here. Mr. Christian Truin out in front with this baby rocks. His brother behind him with Big Mean Machine. The youngster Kaiwan Waldron, we call him the young master. He's off by 1 with War Machine as they blaze down the backstretch for the final time in this heat. This baby rock still out in front, but there goes Big Mean Machine. War Machine winding up as well. They're all bunched up again as they come out of the 4th turn. And down the home stretch they come. All bunched up, but it is Big Mean Machine with War Machine and this baby rocks. Here come our entries for heat number 4 of the afternoon. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad. Who's that? Out of the Simsfield stables, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Dylan De Silva. With the number 2 saddle pad, Inwoods Generation, owned by the Truin family, being driven today by Mr. Casey Truin. With the number 3 saddle pad, it's Park Ranger, owned and driven today by Mr. Edward Roke. And on the outside, sporting the number 4 saddle pad, Stay Tuned, out of the Tanglewood stables and being driven today by our other rookie, Miss Kayla Caldwell. This is for the 106 and 1 to 107 and 1 division time bar. Okay, our star car has now collected all 4 of our entries for this heat number 4 of the afternoon. 4 ponies up and 4 ponies out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And the rail pony holding a lot of traffic behind him. That's Who's That, being pushed along by Inwoods Generation. Park Ranger right in the mix with Stay Tuned pushing the whole field across us here on Spectator's turn. Into paddock turn and down the backstretch they go. Who's That? Under pressure. Inwoods Generation pushing the issue back a quarter to Park Ranger with Stay Tuned still trailing the field. Out of the Simsfield turn they come. It's still Who's That leading the pack, setting the pace up over Inwoods Generation, who's still pressuring. Park Ranger trying to close the gap a bit more. Stay Tuned back a quarter, still trailing the field. Still running as they started, 1, 2, 3, and 4 as they head around paddock turn and down the backstretch for the final time in this heat. Who's That still out in front? But there goes Inwoods Generation studying on the outside, leaving behind Park Ranger by a quarter. Back another quarter to Stay Tuned. Out of the 4th turn. And down the home stretch they come. Who's That on the inside? Inwoods Generation making waves on the outside. It's Inwoods Generation with Who's That? Park Ranger and Stay Tuned. That is unofficial. And here come our entries for heat number 5 of the afternoon. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, Pocket de Go. Out of the Tanglewood stables, being driven today by Mr. Christian Truitt. With the number 2 saddle pad is Cherokee's Iron Man, owned by Mr. Arnold Manders, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Dorico Clark. And on the outside, supporting the number 3 saddle pad, Custard the Dragon, owned and driven today by Mr. Andy Stoneham. This is for the 104 and 2 and faster division time bar. Our car has now collected our 3 entries for this heat number 5 of the afternoon. 3 up and out. Let's sort them out when they come out of the first turn. And the rail pony, Pocket de Go, picking them up and putting them down. He is the pace setter, being pushed along by Cherokee's Iron Man. Custard the Dragon right there in the mix, pushing the whole field along. Into paddock turn. And down the backstretch they go. Pocket de Go, trying to give himself some breathing room, has opened up a quarter-length lead now over Cherokee's Iron Man, with Custard the Dragon still sitting in wait, trailing the field as they head around the Hang'em turn. Coming out of the Simsfield turn, Pocket de Go, picking him up and putting him down. He's rocking and rolling out in front. He's still out in front by a quarter now over Cherokee's Iron Man. Custard the Dragon off by a quarter, trailing the field. Into paddock turn. And down the backstretch they go for the final time in this heat. Pocket de Go out in front of Cherokee's Iron Man, who is now turning the cylinders on, trying to make way on the outside, but Pocket of Gold not having any of it. Costa the Dragon dropping off, losing ground to the front runners as they come out of the fourth turn and down the home stretch. It's look like Pocket is too close to call between Pocket of Gold and Cherokee's Ironman. A photo finish at the line, and Costa the Dragon to close out the field. Our entries for our final heat of the afternoon, heat number 12 on your race card. On the rail this time is Gold and Glory, sporting the number 2 saddle fed out of the Tuckaway Farm, being driven today by Mr. Kaiwan Waldron. And on the outside, sporting the number 1 saddle fed, Double Time, out of the Simsfield stable, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Dylan De Silva. This is for the 104 and 3 to 106 division time bar. Car has now collected our 2 entries for this final heat of the afternoon. 2 ponies up, 2 ponies out. That's all about as they come out of the first turn. And the rail pony Golden Glory picking him up and putting him down. He's being pushed along by Double Time as they go across us here for the first time on Spectator's turn. Around paddock turn and down the backstretch they go. Golden Glory trying to give itself a bit of breathing room, stride by stride, growing that length. It's gone to 1 full length now, already over Double Time as they come out of the Simsfield turn. Golden Glory turning the cylinders on. He is rocking and rolling out in front now by some 3 lengths over Double Time as they head into paddock turn and down the backstretch for the final time this afternoon. Golden Glory just checking right out on this guy. He's out in front by 5, maybe 6 now over Double Time as he comes out of the Simsfield turn and down the home stretch from wire to wire. Pink Socks on fire is Golden Glory over Double Time.
Audio Jungle.